Wednesday Night Football, you gotta love it. Well, maybe it's not the best matchup on paper, but there is a betting opportunity, a money-making opportunity in this Wednesday night national TV game on ESPN2 between New Mexico State and Jacksonville State. I'm going to give you the free play with analysis coming up in just a moment. Hi, this is Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV, breaking down your Conference USA Wednesday night matchup this October 9th. 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. The Deuce, actually it's 7:30 Eastern. You got to wait an extra half hour for this blockbuster matchup between New Mexico State and Jacksonville State. And look, on the surface, not two of the better teams in college football, but Jacksonville State's a fun team to run. Rich Rodriguez, former West Virginia coach, has his fast-paced offense clicking, and they can put up some points. Meanwhile, New Mexico State lost their coach last year. He stepped down into the season after 10 wins, a really successful season. Tony Sanchez takes over. It's been a rough 1-4 start for the Aggies, and it's been really rough on offense. So the question becomes, was that the bye sign when they put up 40 points against New Mexico a couple weeks ago, and they're coming off a bye week now with the short turnaround? Jacksonville State, meanwhile, had to play last week on the 4th. Friday, and now have to turn around and play a Wednesday game. So it's only 4 days of rest and prep, but they remained at home against the New Mexico State team off the bye week. They did look good offensively finally in their most recent game, and that was after scoring a total of 11 points in the two previous games combined. I'm not buying in, though. I think this is still a lot of offensive problems in Mexico State, and they have gotten blown out against quality teams with big point spreads. In fact, at Fresno, they lost 48-0. Right after that, they lost 31-11 by 20 at Sam Houston State. And currently, Jacksonville State is a 20.5-point favorite. And I do think that's a key number because we all know 21 is a very key number. I like Jacksonville State here minus the 20.5. As long as this stays 21 or less, I think Jacksonville State is the way to play this game. What you look for when you're laying the number like this is motivation. There's plenty of motivation with Jacksonville State here. It's a national TV home game, and they also have revenge from losing a late season game last year against New Mexico State. And then on top of that, as I mentioned, an explosive, fast-paced offense that has put up 107 points in their last two games, winning by 37 and 39-point margins against Southern Miss, Kennesaw State. Now, a little misleading because they did force 10 turnovers in those two games, so they were a little fortunate from the turnover department, but they still put up 34 the week before that against Eastern Michigan. So this is an explosive offense that can score points. That makes it a little easier to win by 3 more touchdowns. But the other thing we look at when we're laying big numbers is an offense or an underdog rather that does not have the offense to catch up and play from behind. And I know they put up 40 points against New Mexico, but they did it on the ground, 285 rushing yards. This is a team that does not throw the ball well at all. New Mexico State has a terrible passing attack this season. In fact, on the year, they're averaging just over 100 yards per game passing, only 41% completions, and only 4 yards per pass attempt. One of the worst passing offenses in the country, so when they get behind, they're going to have a very difficult time catching up or getting a backdoor cover. Jacksonville State is an explosive offense. They should get the lead in this game and be able to extend it since New Mexico State has no backdoor cover potential. Now, once again, they kept that game against New Mexico close because they were able to run the ball. But Jacksonville State's weakness this year has actually been their pass defense. Their run defense has been mediocre at best, but their pass defense has been pretty poor. But once again, I just don't think New Mexico State can take advantage. So take a look at Jacksonville State minus the 20.5. Game kicks off at 7:30 Eastern Wednesday night on ESPN2. Hey, comment below. Are you playing this game? What are your thoughts? Side, total. What are you looking at on these weeknight games? Don't forget, I'm breaking down most of these weeknight games each and every week as free play videos for you here. A lot of these don't make best bets for me. In fact, they rarely make my best bet card. But I always want to give you free TV opinions and some leans whenever I can because these are highly watched weeknight standalone games. Speaking of which, my NFL Thursday night videos have been doing fantastic. I started those 3 weeks ago. Perfect 3-0 sweep the last 3 Thursdays on NFL Thursday Night Football. And I've got your 49ers Seahawks preview ready for this week as well here on WagerTalk TV this Thursday night. So be sure to click the bell and subscribe for instant alerts here when these free play videos go live. And don't forget also, thumbs up, like is always appreciated here on the channel. If you do want my official best bets, and you really should because we entered this season ranked number 1 in college and pro football ATS profits combined the last 2 seasons. Heading into last week, we're off to a number 1 start again this season. And we did go 3-2 in football, actually 4-2 overall baseball and football last weekend. But we were so close to a 6-0 sweep. 4-2 overall last Saturday and Sunday, and the 2 losses We're on the final play of both games in the Bills-Steelers games. Otherwise, we go 6-0. So even when we have some bad beats, we're still winning, and it's just been a fantastic season. Keep in mind, the end of the baseball season, we finished on a 31-13 run, and that included 3 extra inning defeats, and we were still 31-13 to finish the baseball regular season. Playoffs are here, college and pro football in full swing, and the NBA starts in 2 weeks. Why do I mention that? Because nobody has won more units of profit in the NBA ever in the history of WagerTalk.com, including number 1 the last 3 seasons combined in pro basketball. So yeah, I know what you're thinking. How do I decide? Baseball, football, basketball, college, or pro? You don't decide. You play them all consistently. You treat this as a serious long-term investment approach. And yes, right now we do have a special offer for you. You buy a 30-day, you can add another 30 days for just $99. That's right, 60 days of all sports for a very low price. Works out to just $6 a day, just about $2 to $3 a play. And there is no promo code needed. It's on my homepage right now, Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com. And of course, if you want to take a real consistent long-term investment approach, I'll bring back that 1-year promo code, which I've been offering the last few weeks. Many of you have gotten on board, but I know a few of you have still sat back on the sidelines and watched winter after winter pass you by. A full year of all sports, instant $800 discount with promo code SM365. That works out to just over $3 a day, just about $1 a play for every football, baseball, basketball, college, and pro best bet for the next 365 days and nights. It's quite simple. If I have a play, my clients get it as well, and I've won consistently for the past 29 seasons as a full-time professional handicapper. Also, don't forget to check out the free plays I post each and every day on my page, Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com. Hey, get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM. By the way, you don't have to memorize the promo codes or the special offers. They're all on my homepage right now. You'll see the daily best bets, that daily free play, and then you'll see the special offers. You can go there, take your time, figure out which one works best for you. Hey, be sure to follow me on social media as well, at Steve Merrill, 2 R's, 1 L, at Steve Merrill on X and Instagram. And once again, comment below. I read all the comments. I reply back. What are your thoughts on this Wednesday night matchup? What other college football plays are you looking at this week? Let's learn and earn and win together here on Wager Talk TV. And stay tuned right here to Wager Talk TV for some more great free betting game content and previews coming up next.